You clicked on this video because you've been feeling like self-improvement has been kind of boring lately. Maybe you're not getting any things done, maybe you're procrastinating more, you aren't feeling as productive. You're kind of falling out of love with your habits. They're feeling extremely boring, and you're just feeling like you want to quit. Well, before actually getting deeply into this topic, I want to make a quick analogy that will help us understand the first couple of things of this video. Well, I think this is actually going to be really easy for most of us to understand because we were all video game addicts and some of us, quite frankly, still are. So I want you to imagine you're playing your favorite competitive video game. And now imagine that your favorite pro player quits or switches to casual. And by the way, this was the pro player that you have been literally following since the start. You're copying his moves, you're copying his playstyle, you're trying to play literally like him. You literally have the exact same setup as him. And what do you do now? He just quits. Well, do you think it's going to feel the exact same like without him? Probably not. You're probably just going to get a little bit bored out of it. Well, that pro player was Hamza. He actually introduced us into self-improvement, well, most of us. And now that he has kind of switched kind of, not genres, but switched his editing style, so not having any edits in his videos, a lot of us stopped kind of enjoying self-improvement because there wasn't that big guide who was guiding us through all of these things. And some of us actually resulted into trying to find new gurus and stuff like that. Well, this actually connects to the first thing that I really wanted to speak about, and it's no excitement. Now we have all experienced this. You're playing this video game for days, for weeks, for months, for maybe even years, and the more that you play it, the less exciting it gets. It's simple business. The more supply there is, the less the need there is. So the longer that you have been on the self-improvement journey, the longer you have been doing your habits, the more they will get kind of repetitive, kind of boring. Now a simple fix for this can actually just be changing up your habits a little bit. Maybe adding a couple of new ones and, removing a couple of different ones. But I think just finding some habits that are self-improvement based, but you actually find fun, is probably the key to actually not feeling this excitement in you anymore. Now this second thing is probably going to be really long. We're going to talk about it for a couple of minutes, so buckle up. It's actually the more that you try to do, the less you do. Now if you're just like me, you have added at least 15 habits since you started this journey. Yes, 15 new things you're doing every single day. But you're feeling like you aren't getting any of them done. You feel like they're just passing by, and now you're here feeling stressed at a family dinner because you haven't journaled today. You can't enjoy the moment. You're constantly stressed that you aren't doing enough and that the time is actually flying by while you can be actually improving on yourself. You feel the sense of need to improve every single second of your day. And it's this constant cycle of feeling extremely motivated when you plan your days, when you plan your months, so when you goal set, and then feeling extremely unmotivated when you have to execute on the things that you just planned. You're all great planners, but really bad doers. And by the way, half of these habits you're actually doing manually, meaning that you're literally getting no value from them because you're not thinking about them mentally. You're not in the moment. You're already thinking about the next habit that you have to do. But should we actually ditch all of these habits that we put on ourselves? Well, look, what I would recommend you to do, this is actually going to be really fun to do. So what you want to do is to go on one of those tier listing websites and make a tier list of your habits. I want you to grade them from like the worst to the best. And now that you have this, I want you to ditch the worst habits, because while you have these habits, all of these habits, you're feeling productive constantly, you're not productive, because this focus that you put on your habits that are actually not giving you anything, you can put into the habits that are by the top of the list, and you're actually going to get much more value from it, instead of just doing 25 different other habits just kind of half-assedly not doing them focused and already thinking about the next thing that you have to do. I think this is probably the best thing that we can truly do if we're feeling the sense of boredom, the sense of not liking self-improvement anymore. Okay, one thing left, and that is actually losing your purpose. You have to understand this and utilize on this. Look, the purpose that you had when you started this self-improvement journey, you maybe even achieved it and you aren't even aware of it. What we need to do is to dive deep into ourselves and find our actually core purpose that is on our mind right now, and simply navigate our self-improvement journey to it. Because maybe the self-improvement habits that you're doing right now aren't navigated to your purpose, so to what you actually want to do. And the simplest thing that we can do is literally just change it up into the way that we actually want to improve. Because you can be training to be a boxer, but you just want to be a businessman. It's not going to be the exact same habits for those two people, obviously. So you need to find something that is deeply inside of you that is going to guide you through these habits that are actually specified to the journey that you are on right now. I hope that actually makes sense and that it really did help you. If it did, I would highly appreciate you click the like button, the subscribe button. We're on the road to hit 1,000 subscribers in the next, well, now it's like 20 days. So I'd highly appreciate you click the like button and also the subscribe button and also the noti bell so you get notified whenever I upload. Now I hope you enjoyed this video and I hope you got some value from it, and I hope it was actually valuable and it is going to change some of your habits and how you look at self-improvement. Now if you want to watch some of my other content, you can click and watch one of my last videos right here. And that was pretty much it for this one. Fate be the reason, and as always my friends, I will see you tomorrow. Have a nice rest of your day and peace.